The aroma of freshly baked bread usually filled Deborah's kitchen, a testament to her meticulous nature. But today, a different scent hung in the air, the acrid tang of simmering resentment. It all started with a simple request from her book club, a potluck where everyone was to bring their signature dish. Deborah naturally chose her award-winning lasagna, a recipe passed down through generations. She envisioned the accolades, the compliments, the satisfied sighs of her friends as they savored each delicious bite. This lasagna wasn't just a dish, it was an expression of her carefully cultivated identity, a symbol of her domestic prowess. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. The recipe, usually so familiar, felt alien. Each step seemed to present a new challenge. The tomatoes were the wrong shade of red, the mozzarella lacked the proper elasticity, and the basil, oh, the basil! It simply refused to cooperate. Deborah felt a prickle of frustration rising within her, a growing sense of injustice that these inferior ingredients dared to threaten her culinary masterpiece. This wasn't just about making a lasagna, it was about maintaining control, about preserving the image she had meticulously crafted for herself. The simmering resentment intensified, fueled by the mounting pressure of the impending book club. Then came the spice incident. A cascade of paprika, oregano, and a generous helping of cayenne pepper exploded across the countertop, coating everything in a fiery orange dust. Deborah's meticulously organized world was descending into chaos, mirroring the turmoil brewing within her. The elegant symphony of flavors she had envisioned was now a cacophony of pungent aromas and sticky, spicy residue. Tears welled in her eyes, not from the pepper, but from the sheer injustice of it all. Her perfect lasagna, her carefully planned evening, everything was crumbling before her eyes. Cleaning became a desperate struggle against the encroaching chaos. Each frantic wipe seemed to only spread the mess further, a visual representation of her spiraling emotions. The perfectly polished surfaces of her kitchen were now marred by streaks of red and orange, a testament to her escalating frustration. The pressure mounted as the book club's arrival time edged closer, threatening to expose her culinary failure to her discerning friends. She was losing control, and the thought was unbearable. The oven, usually a symbol of domestic warmth and comfort, now glowed menacingly, harboring a charred testament to her culinary disaster. The lasagna, once a proud symbol of her skill, was now a blackened, unrecognizable mass. It was no longer about the taste. It was about the utter humiliation she anticipated facing her friends. The perfect image she had carefully cultivated was shattered, replaced by a gnawing sense of inadequacy. Defeated, Deborah sat amidst the wreckage of her kitchen, the scent of burnt cheese and simmering resentment filling the air. Her perfect lasagna was gone, but something else had died as well, a certain carefully constructed sense of self. The weight of her expectations, her meticulous planning, the pressure to perform, had all culminated in this fiery explosion of culinary chaos. The solution surprisingly arrived in the form of a pizza delivery box. A cheesy, greasy, utterly imperfect pizza, the antithesis of everything Deborah stood for. Yet in that moment, it felt like a triumph. It was a surrender, a recognition that perfection was an illusion, and that sometimes the best thing to do is to let go and embrace the simple joys. The book club arrived, and instead of the anticipated culinary masterpiece, they were greeted with a slightly less ambitious, but undeniably comforting pizza. The evening wasn't the showcase of culinary perfection she had envisioned, but it was filled with genuine laughter, shared stories, and a sense of camaraderie that transcended the absence of a perfectly crafted lasagna. Deborah learned a valuable lesson that night. It wasn't about the perfectly crafted dish, but about the connections she shared with her friends. The kitchen might have been a battlefield, but it was also a place of shared laughter and unexpected resilience. The chaos had brought them closer, replacing the pressure of perfection with the warmth of genuine human connection. And so, the Karen Kitchen chaos, though initially a recipe for disaster, inadvertently baked a different kind of dish, a recipe for humility, acceptance, and a deeper appreciation for the simple joys of friendship and imperfectly perfect moments. The burnt lasagna may have been a failure, but the evening, in its messy, unpredictable glory, was a resounding success.